So this is the Airgoo AG 326 compressor. This is a compressor which I've recently started using for my airbrushing journey. I've got a few videos on the channel about the learning experience that I've had so far with airbrushing my own body shells, and to be fair, they're starting to look really great. This particular compressor, I'm really impressed with, I'm not gonna lie. The three main things that I look for in a compressor when you're starting out, or even when you're an experienced painter, not like me, I'm still early on in the journey, is the size. You know, I'm working in quite a small space, quite a small studio, so the size is really important. The decibels, or how loud the compressor is, obviously I'm painting inside the house with an open window, of course, so it needs to be quiet, or it needs to be as quiet as possible, so that's obviously key. And thirdly, the consistency of the air pressure that comes from the compressor itself. So they're my three key items that I look. Fourth is kind of, I say it's got to look good, it doesn't have to look good, but something that looks a little bit nice, that will sit in the studio. Not important, of course. The AG326, I'm not gonna lie, it ticks all of those boxes. You're gonna hear the sound of this compressor shortly, but straight away bringing it out of the box, it feels like a really quality item. It feels like a much more expensive compressor than what it is. So in the UK right now, this one's actually £85, so it's probably gonna be there or thereabouts to $100 for you US guys. When you're starting out, or even when you're doing multiple body shells, this compressor is definitely ticking all those boxes. So let's go over some of the specs, and then we'll go over the sounds, and we'll put a little bit of B-roll in here just so you can have a look at what the compressor kind of looks like. As just mentioned, the feel wise for this, it feels extremely well made. It's got an excellent fit and finish on the parts. So this particular compressor actually has two cooling fans, which will keep it cooler for longer. It will give you more consistent air, and obviously in terms of the noise that it puts out, it will keep it quieter because it's not going to be pumping on as much in terms of trying to cool it down. So the noise from this compressor is actually far less than my original, which I've done a video on for not too long ago. So sound wise, yeah, it certainly ticks that box. Let's just have a little look on the video now, and we'll quiet everything down, we'll silence everything just so you can hear the compressor when it actually kicks in. So there you have the output on the decibels. So in terms of the noise level, it's actually worked out to be about 60 decibels, but the noise that it kind of puts out is quite a kind of smooth hum, so it's not going to annoy anybody if you're painting in somewhere confined, or if you've got family in the next room, or you're painting late at night. It's not going to be an issue. So the compressor itself actually comes with the built-in moisture trap, and it's also got a variable valve on the top. So with the valve here on this, you can set your pressure dependent on whatever you require. So for my kind of general painting, I paint at around about 30 psi. I tend to find that that works pretty much consistently throughout any colors or body shells that I'm doing. Compressor also, which I think is a really nice feature, comes with some kind of rubberized feet, which also acts as a bit of a noise deterrent. So if this is on a hard floor, it just provides a little bit of cushion for that as well. In terms of the operation and the airflow, so this is actually something I'm going to do a review on soon. So this is the new Fenger FE183K Airbrush. Now, I do ordinarily use the Iwata HP CS Eclipse. However, I got sent this airbrush from the guys over at Fenger, and it's really cheap. It's really well priced, and obviously there's a few bits missing from this kit because I've got the gun there, but this kit actually comes with this kit actually comes with multiple needles and multiple cup sizes, but I'm going to do a separate video on this little kit which is coming up, and it is really well priced, and I think you'll be extremely impressed with that, but that's for another video. So the airflow on this, really nice and consistent. It's got a smooth airflow and it's caused me absolutely no problems whatsoever. Really nice, and for the price it's really fantastic. Obviously it comes with a handle on the top there, so you can move it around nice and easy as required. So just to deep dive into the spec a little bit more, it's single piston oil-free application, which again just makes it super quiet and super easy to maintain. As mentioned earlier, it has the air trap and the moisture trap just there, so no issues. You don't need to run an inline moisture trap in your hose anywhere at all. Obviously it doesn't come with the hose, that's more so something that comes with the airbrush or that you'll buy separately. However, I'll put a link in the description for a air hose which will fit this, no problem at all. So this particular model actually runs, or is recommended for, a 0.1 needle up to a 1mm needle, so that will give you an idea on the kind of paint applications that you can have with this particular airbrush, which for RC body shells you'll be more than covered within that range. In terms of the pressure, in terms of the bar number, this will go from 0 to 4.5, so it's got an extremely high pressure, which has got more than most compressors around this kind of size and price bracket. I think the biggest thing that I like with this compressor is the noise. I think the main two things that you should be looking for with a compressor for your RC airbrushing journey is the noise that it makes, because if you're painting for a long period of time, you want something quite easy on the ears, and obviously the quality of the airflow that comes out, and the size of the tank, because ultimately you don't want to run out of air between your coats, and the size on this tank is more than adequate to do any RC body shells. You will never run out of air, and it builds the air back up extremely quickly and nice and quietly as well, so that ticks all of those boxes there. So in terms of the paint application, that's actually going to be in the next video, which we are going to be painting an Agama N1E body shell. It's going to be in my kind of standard kind of new style colours, which is the pink and the teal and the yellow. So this video was mainly just a direct review on the compressor itself, show you the key features up close and personal, and the next body shell painting video, which is going to be coming next week, is actually going to be showing this particular compressor in action. So this one is definitely an upgrade to my last compressor review video that I did. The double cooling fans, it's a win-win, and it's definitely quieter, and with the rubber feet on the bottom, they've done a really good job. So well done guys over at the factory. Happily recommend this to you guys as a compressor for your daily use on your body shell journey, and for the price point as well. It is fantastic. So there is some links in the description for this particular compressor. If you use them, great. If you don't, no problem at all. This will just link you to all of the technical information and the Amazon link, which is where you can purchase these nice and easy. So